What if I told you that everything you saw on your screen during Sen Çal Kapımı was only 10% of the real story? What if the electric tension between Eda Yıldız and Serkan Bolat wasn't just world-class acting, but a raw, unscripted reality that left millions of people around the globe utterly captivated? Stop right here and do not close this video, because in the next few minutes we are stepping past the television screen and diving deep into the most intense, mesmerizing, and unforgettable celebrity phenomenon of our era, Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin, the iconic duo known across the world as Hanker. In this video, we are unraveling the hidden moments, the unwritten rules, the overwhelming passion, the sudden silence, and the true emotional weight of a story that reshaped modern romance on global television. If you have ever wondered why their connection felt so strangely real, why their glances made your heart skip a beat, or why millions of viewers in over 100 countries couldn't look away for even a single second, you are in the exact right place. When Sen Çal Kapımı first premiered, nobody could have predicted the sheer magnitude of the cultural earthquake it would unleash. Summer romantic comedies in Turkish television are common, but the moment Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin shared their very first frame together, something fundamentally shifted. It wasn't merely good casting or clever scriptwriting. There was an undeniable, magnetic pulse running between them that vibrated through the screen. Hande brought a radiant, fiercely independent grace to Eda, while Kerem embodied the rigid, perfectionist intensity of Serkan Bolat with incredible nuance. Yet, what fascinated viewers from day one was not just Eda and Serkan, it was the strange, irresistible synergy between Hande and Kerem themselves. They didn't just play their roles, they lived them, breathing an authentic warmth into every single exchange, every playful argument, and every quiet look shared in the background of a scene. As the weeks turned into months, the world began to notice that the magic wasn't stopping when the director shouted cut. Behind-the-scenes footage, impromptu Instagram live streams, and casual set videos began circulating across social media platforms. What fans witnessed in those unedited, candid moments was even more extraordinary than the show itself. There was a joyful, teasing banter, an effortless understanding, and a comfort level that cannot be faked or rehearsed. They laughed at each other's jokes before the punchlines were even finished, shared inside jokes that left the crew smiling, and supported each other through grueling filming schedules that often stretched long into the night. It was during these candid moments that the global fanbase truly fell in love. Fans didn't just fall in love with a fictional drama, they fell in love with the genuine human warmth vibrating between two incredible individuals who seemed to bring out the absolute best in one another. The ripple effect was completely unprecedented. Social media went into a complete frenzy. Hashtags related to Hanker began trending daily, not just in Turkey, but across Latin America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Millions of fans spent hours analyzing every interview, every casual touch, and every subtle gesture. Was it method acting taken to the absolute extreme, or was something truly beautiful blossoming off camera? The mystery only fueled the fascination. When the show's finale approached, Twitter records were shattered worldwide. In fact, tweets about the series reached numbers that surpassed some of the biggest Hollywood franchise events in history. People from completely different cultures, speaking vastly different languages, were united by a single, shared emotion. That is the rare, mystical power of true screen chemistry. It breaks down geographical borders and speaks directly to the heart of every single viewer watching. Before we go even deeper into the dramatic turning point of their journey, I want to take a quick pause and ask you something directly. What was the exact moment you realized Hande and Kerem had a connection that was unlike anything else on television? Was it their first argument in the flower shop, the breathtaking starlight scene by the water, or one of those hilarious, unfiltered Instagram lives they did late at night from the set trailer? Drop your answers in the comments right now, because I read every single comment and I truly want to hear your personal Hanker memories. And while you are down there in the comments section, please hit that like button right now. It takes less than half a second, but it tells the algorithm that this story deserves to be seen by fans all across the globe. Now, let us step into the chapter everyone remembers, the moment the rumors finally crystallized into reality. For months, both Hande and Kerem kept their personal lives private, maintaining a graceful professional boundary whenever journalists asked direct questions. But truth has a way of shining through no matter how hard you try to hide it. The turning point arrived when photos from their famous vacation in the Maldives surfaced. Set against turquoise waters and sun-drenched beaches, the photographs weren't promotional stills or magazine covers. They were raw, joyful, authentic snapshots of two people celebrating life together. When Kerem posted that iconic image with a caption expressing his admiration for Hande, the internet practically exploded. The secret was out, but it didn't feel like a publicity reveal, it felt like a natural, beautiful evolution of a real connection that had grown in the quiet spaces away from the spotlight. For the fans who had supported them from the beginning, seeing their happiness was a moment of pure magic. They weren't just a fantasy on a screen anymore, they were living proof that sometimes life imitates art in the most miraculous ways. Their relationship was characterized by mutual respect, public support for each other's professional ventures, and an extraordinary sense of poise under immense global media pressure. Imagine having millions of eyes examining your every move, every comment, and every photo every single day. Yet, despite the overwhelming noise of global fame, they handled every public appearance with dignity, elegance, and a quiet, solid unity that earned them the admiration of critics and fans alike. Speaking of supporting something you truly care about, I want to share a quick, special note with our incredible community here. Our channel has officially opened the channel join button feature. But here is the crazy truth, right at this very moment, as you are listening to my voice, we have exactly 0 members. That is right, not a single one yet. If you love these deep, meaningful, and carefully crafted storytelling videos about your favorite shows and stars, I want to personally invite you to become our very first official member today. Joining costs a tiny, "'cause-I amount, literally less than the price of a small cup of coffee, but your support means everything in keeping this channel independent, active, and producing high-quality content for you every single week. Click that join button right next to the subscribe button, claim that historic spot as our first member, and let us build something truly amazing together. As time moved forward, life, as it so often does, brought new shifts and unexpected turns. The intense interest from the media never waned, but eventually, fans noticed a quiet change. The shared posts became less frequent, the public appearances separated, and rumors of a breakup began to circulate. When the separation was finally confirmed through the quiet removal of shared photos, it felt like a collective heartbreak felt by millions around the world. But what was truly remarkable about both Hande and Kerem was how they navigated that difficult transition. There were no petty rivalries, no dramatic public statements, and no negative words spoken. Both chose a path of maturity, professionalism, and quiet self-respect. They honored what they had built together, respected their shared past, and moved forward into new chapters of their personal and professional lives with absolute grace. That maturity is precisely why the legacy of Hande has not faded, even years after the finale of Sen Çal Kapımı. Many celebrity couples come and go, forgotten as soon as the next hit TV show arrives on air. But Hande remains timeless. Why? Because what they created was not a manufactured public relations stunt. It was a rare alignment of talent, energy, timing, and genuine emotion. When you rewatch Sen Çal Kapımı today, the emotion doesn't feel dated or fake. The laughter still feels genuine, the tears still carry real weight, and the romance still inspires hope. They reminded us of the beauty of vulnerability, the power of artistic harmony, and the magic that happens when two people truly connect on a level that words can hardly describe. Today, both Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin continue to reach incredible heights in their individual careers. Hande commands the fashion world and international screen with her undeniable elegance, charisma, and evolving dramatic range, captivating global audiences across major film festivals and high-profile projects. Kerem continues to innovate as an actor, producer, and advocate for meaningful social causes, bringing his unique energy, passion, and artistic vision to international audiences across multiple platforms. Yet, no matter where their individual journeys lead them in the future, the chapter they wrote together during those golden months of Sen Çal Kapımı will forever remain a landmark in modern television history. It was a once-in-a-lifetime storm of magic, a story that belonged to them, but was generously shared with millions of people who needed a reason to believe in romance, passion, and authentic joy. If you made it this far into the video, you are a true fan, and your dedication to this story is incredible. Before you leave, make sure you have smashed that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss our deep dives into the best stories in entertainment, and leave a comment below sharing your favorite scene from Sen Çal Kapımı. And remember, our join button is wide open waiting for our very first member to step up and support the channel for just a tiny amount. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, keep believing in great stories, and I will see you in the very next video.